Hello everybody! Welcome! I don't know how the audio levels are. I've been messing with things because I realized apparently this microphone for some reason gets really quiet at times and I don't get it. That's what I get for not really watching my own content, is I don't notice when my audio is going funky. Hello, Sean Cummings. Welcome. So I don't really know what I'm going to be doing today other than just warships. We do have, in here, somewhere, underneath these containers, a premium tier 6 container. For doing something, Wargaming just kind of gave it to me. I don't know why, so let's see what premium tier 6 we get. I'm doing alright. How are you doing? We got Repulse! The ship I was just talking about last Warship stream, not really having a place. Good. It's kind of just a worse renown at this point. But hey, that doesn't mean an extra 10-point British commander. I don't know if that actually matters to us, because this guy's 10 points. We've already got a battleship commander who's 11 points, but whatever. An extra 10-point commander, I won't complain. So just Renown's commander on here. This is I honestly don't understand the point of these ships at this point. Or this ship specifically. Because, like, I mean, it's slightly up-armored, I suppose. But... Ah, my condolences. I hope I can provide you some entertainment and distraction value while I complain about pixelated boats. Oh man, the deck armor's weaker. So the upper belt is stronger, but the deck armor is weaker, and it's not even all of the upper belt. Is the Citadel a different design? Kinda. No. Yes? Yes. It is different. Yeah, I'm really not getting it, but, you know... I don't need to get it. I don't need that on here. Let's just take her out for a battle, just to say I've played her. Probably be just doing asymmetrics, because there's not many players online, but I'm gonna give randoms a go. Maybe something will come out of it. Yeah, Christmas was alright for me. Wasn't the best, it didn't feel right, but nothing's gonna feel right for a while, and I know it, so. How was your Christmas? Because I basically ended up getting, before Christmas, and I helped pay for parts of it, an upgrade to my computer, mostly to get off of my old Intel CPU that was dying. Oh, this is a tiny battle. Okay. I don't live in a state. I live in a province. I am in Canada. Specifically Nova Scotia, Canada. Oh, right, I forgot this thing doesn't even have the improved acceleration. No, it's fine. You say that like it's a bad thing. Most times I'd be inclined to agree with you, but That's because I honestly don't think anywhere in North America is a particularly great place to be most of the time. Some of the time, yes. Most of the time, I think I'd rather be in Europe. Okay, what is their battleship? It's a Renown, so it's me but better. Got it. Wait, didn't the UK, like, vote to leave Europe or something? I don't remember. I remember hearing a bunch about that, like, years ago. I forgot to put equipment on this. Whoops. Like with, God, what was it even called? Brexit or something? I don't know. I don't drive. I would love to be able to drive, but I do not drive. Well, rip spotter. But hey, that'll get rid of those fighters. I have been looking into if I ever do get the money to get a car. I'm leaning into getting either a hybrid or just a pure electric. Mainly because, like, and this is, you might think it's like, oh, I'm trying to be green or something. No, it's more practical than that. I have absolutely no idea what I would be doing when it comes to, say, pumping gas. So if I can just not have to do that, that'd be great. I know how to plug something in. I've done that my entire life. Never once have I done anything with a car except once almost crashed one when I was like 5. And should not have been handed the wheel. Like, that was... I don't think I would go Teslas. They are too expensive. I also don't need something with extremely long range. I have nowhere to go except, like, around town. So I'd probably be leaning into, like, the city car range of stuff. Which tends to get a lot cheaper. Charges a lot faster, uses a lot less power. If I absolutely had to go somewhere, they probably could still do it, because Nova Scotia's electrical infrastructure is there, mostly. Oh, that's spooky. Okay, spookiness dealt with. And I don't think he launched torpedoes, but I'm still turning anyway. Because the Gokaze could have. Also, that Renown is coming around to my side, and that is not good. Really feeling the lack of the dispersion mod. See, I don't know a huge amount about cars. I have heard of Priuses. I say, like, I've watched car channels, but I still don't really know cars. I have not ridden a horse. Oh, hey, aircraft carrier. I believe I overmatch you, but I'm not sure. No, the Russian carriers have armored flight decks. I need my high explosive to deal with him, probably. If I can even hit him. Blech. It's also going to be an Edinburgh up here that needs to take my attention first. Nah, it really isn't. But it's best to just try to take everything one day at a time. Where is this Edinburgh? I should have spotted it by now. It's the carrier spotting me now. I know that. See? Actually, no, it's not the carrier spotting me. They still have a submarine. It's the submarine, isn't it? About to have a renown up my butt. Don't like that very much. There's the Edinburgh. Okay, it was the Edinburgh spotting me. Ow. And of course he broke a turret. Okay, I need to change my attention to the Edinburgh. It is the bigger threat. Really feeling like this. I'm really feeling this lack of a dispersion mod. Ugh. Damn it! Why did I forget to put equipment on this ship? Why am I so dumb? I do like dogs. I like all animals, to be fair. It's only really insects where I start drawing the line on liking some and not liking others. Let's see, can I maybe... No. Yeah, this team kind of fell apart. Where is their submarine? Is he harassing the carrier? I think he's harassing the carrier. And ours is attempting to Austin Powers himself. And it's not working. That channel's just too wide. You can actually do a K-turn in there. Yeah, random battles are not a great idea on the EU server at this time of day. There's just nobody on. Yeah, I definitely need equipment on this thing. There's actually apparently a bug going on with the dispersion mod that's basically doubling it, so... that should be fun. Favorite animal? That is quite difficult. Because, like, I like all of them. I feel like as much as I'm driven crazy by every one of them I've ever had, I think I like cats the most, though. So. Mine is currently nowhere to be seen, but I imagine she'll make herself known at some point. She always does. Alright, let's try this again. Maybe I'll luck into getting an actual game. The dinosaur came first. That's what came first. But, I mean... which would then imply that the egg would have almost had to have come first, given they're a descendant of another species that would have evolved over time. So modern chickens were first an egg laid by something else that then went, hey, this is my child now. So, hey, we got an actual game. Well, the thing is, something would have eventually, like, evolutionarily, it would have had to have been something laid an egg with traits that then became the modern chicken. The things before the modern chicken weren't the chicken, but they could have laid the chicken's egg. So, you know. It's a pretty simple question.
Awaiting instructions.
And eventually, the chicken will become crab. Because everything is slowly becoming more crab-like. It's weird. Also, I know I said this is a real game, but we have 3 destroyers. They have 2. Sadness. I should probably have my high explosive loaded, but... it's more a case of, like, everything is slowly becoming more and more crustacean-like. The Earth just wants to make everything into crustaceans, and I don't think anyone knows exactly how to feel about that. I find it kind of amusing. It's like Earth poofed us into existence to make plastic and then turn us into a crab. And we gave it plastic crabs along the way. Like, you know, I'm sure the Earth is quite happy about that. So hello, Chazdad.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Oh boy, a duplex. That is more what I was expecting of the ship. Bonk.
Damaged.
I almost don't... ah, no, I was going to say, I don't think I need to fire at it, but... the Mayhan's torpedoes ran out. Is that West Virginia shooting high explosive at me? It is. Aw, he engine boosted. The coward. That's not how you die. Thanks for letting me go undetected, West Virginia. I feel really bad for the lower tier American battleships right now, with there being a bug going around doubling up the dispersion. Because, like, you can see I'm getting minus 14 there. I shouldn't be getting that minus 14. I'm not thoroughly convinced it's actually applying, but it is showing. Because this does seem roughly about what I would expect out of Repulse, dispersion-wise. I'm just a really bad shot with these British 380s. Hello, Tog of Na. Who's that person playing? Ah, it's the person playing the duplex. I know you guys can't see the chat. There's someone in the chat that's like, hey, I just got this. And they said, this armor is shit. It's a duplex. What do you expect? It's a French, like, it's a tier 6 light cruiser. Well, technically the duplex is a heavy cruiser, but it's a tier 6 cruiser. Mahan, you are kind of screwed there, little buddy. York. York, I tried to let you know I was here, my guy. Okay, the West Virginia is angled. I should definitely get over to the high explosive. Because while I do overmatch him, I don't have many guns. Is he a secondary build? Yes, he is. Okay. Good to know. Doing this may also encourage him to decide to go broadside. I managed to nail his turret with every one of those. If only I could pen his turret. That would be quite helpful. Okay, he is turning. How is that Orion 44 not dead? How is the duplex not dead? Questions to ask future generations. Gotta love overmatch. But hey, shoot at me. I'm who you should be shooting at. No, you're not supposed to have a brain. Come on, shoot at me. You know you want to. I'm a scary British battlecruiser. I could have torpedoes. Come on. Shoot at me, not the York. Well, there's the destroyer. Day late and a dollar short there, buddy. Okay, it is a mass, so... yeah, that's the German one.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes to port.
Okay. Hey, buddy. Shouldn't have fired your guns.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. All stations.
You're good to shoot at him, Mahan.
Target.
You're not gonna get spotted. I would love for him to die before his torpedoes reload, because they reload pretty quickly. Okay. Putting that fire out. Now, I do need to turn and see about disengaging.
Problem solved, sir.
That will be much easier said than done, but thankfully I do have this smoke screen. Okay, the York is outside of my detection range. I'm good. I can indeed disengage. I don't have the health to really fight that. And to nobody's surprise, we're winning by a considerable margin. We had more destroyers. Okay. Let's get my AP backloaded. Hey, I've got Renown's reload now. Well, a little faster than Renown's. I just have to be at like 7,000 health left. That's what it takes. Those probably won't hit. I don't think I led them enough. Or they will. Okay. Repulse here is definitely another of the ships that's basically in the camp for me of, like, I don't understand why this thing exists, but that doesn't mean, and I honestly do feel this is a bad ship. That doesn't mean you can't do well in it. Like, I've gotten into so many little arguments with people over that, of like, just because a ship is bad doesn't mean you can't do well in it. Like, Gascon is bad. It's not a very good ship. I've pulled some amazing games out of that thing. Like, I do feel Repulse could probably use a reload buff. Like, especially where Renown is now 22.5. I feel like Repulse should at least be 21 seconds, where you do lose out on your torpedoes. And your armor scheme is different. I don't know if I would say it's better on Repulse. Your secondary layout is different. It's not better because you're still not a secondary boat, but... Come on, Heinrich. You can finish off the Nagato, I guess. Or I will. There. Bonk. Either that, or they could give Repulse just regular battleship armor, but she is a battle cruiser, so it does make sense that she has battle cruiser armor. Which I still... I need to make mention of this, because I find it very funny. There is quite the debate in the World of Warships community as to what to call a ship that is placed in the cruiser tree, but armed with 305mm or bigger guns, or even 283 or bigger guns. Battleship caliber guns. We have a name for ships like that. They're battle cruisers. They are quite literally just battle cruisers, but in the cruiser spot. They're all battle cruisers. Just because Wargaming decided to just randomly put them in the cruiser tree doesn't mean they aren't battle cruisers. This is why paying attention to your minimap is good. You've got it. New Mexico's right here. Hey, New Mex. Gonna turn your attention to me? No, you're not. Still focusing on the Heinrich. Probably good choice, because the Heinrich is a higher tier, so he'll get more for shooting it. Oh, no, he's turning his attention to me. And firing high explosive. Sir. Please, that is very rude. You're scratching my paint, sir. And I don't like that very much. Could be he's loaded the high explosive because, you know, I don't want to complain about that. Because I know he was firing AP earlier. I think he loaded the high explosive because I'm angled to him. Ow. Hi, good night now. There you go, Florida. You've got your intelligence data. Yeah, there he goes. I'm not as angled, and then he loads the AP. I gotta give him props for that. Yeah, I can't really angle to both of them, and I am out of heals. Come on, Florida. You should have a clear shot. You have a lot of gun. Could you please use it? Yeah, I'm dead. Florida. How did you wait that long to fire? Also, why are you sitting broadside? That rear turret is not that worth it. I mean, I get I wasn't the one that they were aiming at, but still. You could have been aimed at. Which also, fun fact about the Florida here. This is what the Americans were considering doing for the North Carolina class. So these are quad 356s in a very French turret layout. As in, these are effectively two double turrets glued together, instead of being a proper quad turret. Because, well, for one, quad turrets are a lot more vulnerable. And two, they're also a lot harder to maintain than just two double turrets. Because if one part of the quad turret breaks down, you lose the whole turret. The British, in their experiments with quad turrets, just built a quad turret. And, yeah, it didn't work very well. The King George V class of ships was prone to having its guns break down. Specifically the quad barrels. Hey, battle pass stuff. More containers! Yeah! I've apparently also completed a campaign mission. This one was in Epoch? Yes. That's what I needed for this, which lets me do this. Now I just need to earn 1.8 million credits. I don't remember if that was a repeat mission or not. That was a repeat mission. Okay. Grab more coal. I forgot I have a super ship. Not super ship. A super container to open. Yeah, a super ship container. That would be interesting. I'll pop this open on its own, just to see what I get. Free commander XP. I'll take it. And then just pop everything else open. The Twitch containers never contain anything worthwhile, so they're not really worth opening on their own. But I mean, Repulse is a thing. It exists. That is the most you can really say about it. It exists. Renown is almost certainly better. Which I should really take this booster off. Save those for things that actually generate credits. Also, I'm going to take a brief moment here to poke notifications. Okay. Just wanted to look at comments that are being left. So I do quite enjoy reading all y'all's comments that you leave on my various videos. I very much enjoy it. I won't stop and reply to them now because there's like 3, so I'll do that later. But I like reading them. But yeah, let's actually take Renown out. Because like a thing you'll note is Renown I have nothing here because Renown can't equip prop mod. For good reason. Renown doesn't need prop mod. Renown just has good acceleration. I do kind of want to see about getting into Rook today. That might be my goal, is to get into Rook. Because Rook is pretty nice. Yeah, let's do it. Because if I do win the random battle, I'll get more XP out of it. Hopefully I get a real battle. There's 30 people here. That is enough for a 12v12. But will it give us a 12v12? That is the question. I do really wish, at dead times of the day, like right now, that they would expand bot coverage up the tech tree. Like up the tiers. Because, like, getting, like, a 6v6 is not fun. This isn't 12v12, but 10v10. It's close. They have a division of light cruisers that is a failed division. Those look like they're probably new players. So, but the enemy team does have 3 destroyers for some reason. I really wish that soft rule wasn't a thing. Yeah, just this acceleration. Like, going from a battleship or any ship that accelerates like this to any of the others, and they all immediately feel so slow. Alright, Fubuki, I'm right here with you. This is Spanish. Damn it. I was kind of hoping that was Italian. The name looks Italian, but I don't know foreign languages to me. I barely know English. Okay. I am right here with you, Fubuki. Do not fear. For fear is the mind killer, so I've been told. Okay, that Spanish cruiser is AFK. I am the only battleship up here. I need to play it safe. I am our only big guns up here. Our Heinrich is heading to that cluster of islands down there. Don't know why. This cluster of islands is better, but I'm probably too close to the Fubuki. I'm going to see about going a bit wide. Their triple div will have spawned in the middle, so okay, there's the enemy Renown. I get first shot, 2 overpens. Looks like he only got one. Okay, Fubuki, that's 10-kilometer torpedoes, right? Yes. Okay, so I am in the danger zone. He didn't slow down like I thought he was going to. Okay. These only go 6. I'm just gonna get turned around. These are pretty slow. It does look like the Renown might be turning. They'll reload. Okay, let's get my guns turned. Okay, he is not indeed turning. It's making this little spread that way. Let's get a happy little spread going on. Okay, caught the destroyer with one. Don't exactly know how he's getting the Omaha! That Omaha is dead, but holy crap. He had guts. Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna try and help this cruiser. Okay, they have lost a destroyer. That is good. One of the things kind of working in our favor is that we do have a Udachi, which is honestly kind of BS. I love the Udachi, though. You kind of have to say she's only kind of BS. Because, well, yes, she does have smoke and a torpedo reload booster in separate slots. Cruiser's dead. Yeah. Hey there, buddy. A nice little star pattern in my dispersion there. Okay, he is engine boosting. I don't mind being on fire. Fire's not really a big deal. I'm safe from the Fubuki. But, yeah, Udachi does have the kind of BS combination of smoke and a torpedo reload booster in separate slots. But also has worse concealment, worse guns, and I believe even less speed than its tech tree counterpart of Shiratsuyu. So, it's basically just a Shiratsuyu that can play a bit safer. Because Shiratsuyu can pull out a torpedo reload booster. And my friendly destroyer up here is dead, isn't it? Yeah. That's not very good. They're capping our base. That's worse. They're gonna get the win because they are just gonna get to cap the base.
Attention, defending the base is our primary objective.
There's almost no way I'm gonna make it back there in time. Oh, this sucks. And I'm just gonna get farmed down by things I can't even see. Ugh. They had 3 destroyers, we only had 2. Yeah, he's behind that island, I think. Might be... oh no, he's behind that one. You know, guys, you could at least shoot at me from where I can see you. That'd be nice. But don't you know, it's carriers that perma-spot you. With you having no way of counteracting it. It's carriers that do it. Astros, what are you doing? You might have made it if you just W-keyed straight into the base. Nah, it's over. Oh, man. Not a great showing for Renown. But that's just this late at night matchmaking. It's so bad on the EU server. Shoot him, please. Okay, it's not completely over. Okay, I have no idea what I just broke on him. Fire off another heal, because I can do that. Hey, Fubuki. Bye, Fubuki. Okay. Time to put my brave pants on. Yeah, my main goal was to just get under the torpedo arcs. That was my primary goal right there, was just get under the torpedo arcs. I'm now in them again, but I'm heading away from him, which makes them easier to evade. Case in point, he also panic launched those. There we go. I was getting sad that this was a bad showing for Renown. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware, Commander Dude. Okay. You know, as much as I was giving him crap, I am going to compliment the Astros. He should have just W keyed, but he did well enough. So. Okay, that gets me basically all the XP I need. So. That'll be this completed. This is science and victory stuff. That was just simply earn 25,000 commander XP. Let's see. Any rewards in here worth anything? I could use the silver. Yeah, let's go for one that gives silver. This one should be plenty easy. And I will need exactly one extra star over this one, so... Yeah, this time of day, there is just nobody on the EU server. Like, at all. And you can really feel that player count. I know I've said this every stream. I have never seen the NA player count this low. I don't know what's going on with the EU server. Throughout the day, they're like the most populated server. And then the moment night hits, they're just like, right, everybody just Alt F4, don't touch the game until morning. It's like, wait, what? Is it maybe because there's more like NA players that would be playing on the server right now? Thus, they don't want to play with us because we do tend to have a very different play style to them? That could be it. That very much could be it. Just thinking of that. But now, we're going to need to make some silver. Specifically, like, probably around 3.5 mil. So y'all know what that means. It's a Zuma time. Let's see here, though. So can I get any of these yet? No, I can't. Can I get the Santa's gift? And I know I am stupendously far off any of the others, but just want to see how far off. So 198. This is effectively 68. So yeah, quite far off. You shouldn't spend your steel on a coal ship. And I am maybe... I feel like right now... Okay, I know I mentioned this. There is apparently a bug that's doubling up dispersion mod. I feel like that's what's making people think Tulsa is suddenly amazing now that it has destroyer dispersion. I really can't help but feel that's what's going on more than it's actually good. I say this, I don't really want to play Azuma. I've been playing Azuma a lot. Which, like, has gotten me a new max damage for this account. This was a fun game. That was, you know, 186k Confederate high caliber dreadnought in Azuma. Like, that was a fun game. If it was easier for me to show replays, I would show that replay, but I'd have to close the game, then open the replay, and then reopen the game when I'm done. It's so much effort. I could play Tennessee. Get a nice battleship going on here. Or I could play the Lugnut. Or Allende. There's so many options. Whoops, did not mean to bump the mic. That was my wrist kind of twitching and then bumping the mic with the cup. Good job, wrist. Man, imagine how difficult it is for me to decide what to play on my main when I have more ships. You know, let's dig Sims out. Why not? Come here, Sims. Let's actually throw the blue booster on here. Okay, what torpedoes do I have on? I have the 7s. Right, I had this set for asymmetrics. You know, I could take this into asymmetrics. You still make decent enough silver in there. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Because the 7s work a lot better for asymmetrics because the enemies come to you. In randoms, the 7s don't work very well because they're just not long enough range. I mean, Sims is a gunboat through and through, but I want to do randoms. No, I want to do randoms. The 10-5s are zoning torps. They're never... I won't say they'll never deal damage. They'll almost never be dealing damage. They're more just making sure the enemy team can't use an area. Or is afraid to use an area. And if you can catch somebody who's, like, camping an island and refusing to move, then you'll probably hit them. Sims is definitely a difficult destroyer to use. I almost kind of regret having picked it up instead of just saving the, like, $20 and then getting Tengshi, because Tengshi is significantly better than Sims could ever really be outside of Sims is a destroyer and Tengshi is a battleship. Having sign up with regular battleship dispersion and a dispersion spotter is kind of busted. Not gonna lie. Come on, there's 38 people here. There's gotta be 24 of them that you can mix into one group. Come on. You can do it, game. You got this. It's kind of the problem with them actually showing you how many people are in queue, or more, how many people are in queue. Because, like, it's basically saying there are 71 players now, currently all in queue. That is the max amount of people in queue right now. Now, 76. 51 of them are within 2 tiers of me, up and down. So 51 of them are in tiers 5 to 9. It did manage to make a game. That is a lot of destroyers, and they have more of them. Good. Okay. I don't want to support that flank, but I probably should. That's a lot of tiny boats. Do we maybe have a radar cruiser? No, we don't. That'd be really cool if we did. This is a 5 to 7, so... At the very least, I win the gunfight, I win the gunfight, I tie the gunfight, I win the gunfight, I win the gunfight. So this is more just a case of who gets to shoot first, and it'll probably be me. The problem is, outspots me, ties me, outspots me. That's the main problem. Sims is quite nimble, though. But yeah, like, it takes, quite literally, 80 seconds for these torpedoes to reach 10.5 kilometers. They will basically be reloaded by the time they time out. Actually, they will be reloaded before they time out. Like, these are some slow torpedoes. These are sea mines. you could probably just about hit yourself with them. Like, which if there was still self-team damage, would be absolutely hilarious. They removed that, though, because aircraft carriers were griefing their team by killing themselves. Which was the whole point of getting rid of team damage, was to prevent griefing by, you know, dealing damage to friendlies. Just launch those that way, get some zoning going on. Okay, spotted the Florida. There's the Scania. I'm just gonna stay dark for now. There's the submarine, who is at periscope at least. I'm gonna head that way. There's a Selby's. Rude, and he is definitely outside of that range. Well, outside of his cutoff range. Crap, 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 crap. Okay. Hi, Scania torpedoes. I'm dead. I'm just dead. Yeah, I was about to say, smoke screens are torpedo magnets. Well, let's see if I can maybe do something about this submarine. Because I'm gonna die anyway. May as well try. Yeah, hey team. Any support would have been nice. Ada, why do you have AP loaded? You're shooting at a destroyer. Also, submarine, do you want to, like, ping? Ever? Oh, that's a blue booster wasted. No. It's just a waste of boosters. Let's go to asymmetrics. Alright, I have my daily thing that's now up. Oh man, common boosters. Yay. These will be like insta-pops, because this is where most of the players who are online right now are. Is just playing asymmetrics, because this is the most fun mode. Like, I wonder if secondary dispersion is currently being doubled up. The funny thing is seeing people be like, oh man, I'm testing this stuff by, like, they're just putting on taking off dispersion mod, and it's like, okay, outside of the number the game is showing you, which could be the bug, that could be the bug, is just, it's showing the wrong number. Like, maybe I don't have, I think that would be, oh god, what would that be? Well, maybe I don't have 97, maybe I have 103. Which I believe is what I should have. Or maybe 97 is what I should have, and it's just showing us what the dispersion mod is doing. I don't know, man. I don't know all of the dispersion figures off the top of my head. The thing I do know is that 97 is 97 at that range. Like, that is... You max out your range. That is your dispersion figure that is given. We have 3 gunboats. I do kind of want to go down the Russian gunboats. But it also, as I believe I've mentioned before, so does the base.
Protect the base.
Defending the base is how you win. I got a blue booster on, my friend. I'm not throwing it away. But yeah, it does feel a little uncomfortable playing a lot of the Russian destroyers. But I also really want to get Kyiv. Just because it is, you know, named after the Ukrainian city. So, you know. At this moment, I kind of wish I had the 10-5s. Still just gonna zone. Yep. Hi, Akatsuki. I was not watching where I was going. I was definitely not watching where I was going. I'm gonna smoke up because the Geta is almost certainly still spotted by somebody else. Or he wasn't. Really? Really? Ah, yes, everybody huddle in the American smoke. Very helpful. Thank you, Minsk. Really? Really? I had smoked up because that's just where this thing plays the best. It might be fast, but it is not agile. And now everybody is smoking up. I feel like I want to YOLO rush the Normandies. Don't ask me why I want to do it. I just feel like I want to do it. Minsk, your torpedoes go 4 kilometers. Arcturus, please. Leave the torpedoing to a real Freedom Eagle. Okay, he's going to hit this other Normandy. So I'm just going to launch those like that. Or he turned. Still landed 3. Hey, an Ismail. I'm not going to be doing crap to him, but also he can't really do anything to me, so... Not at the moment, at least. He could break a torpedo tube, which would be very unfortunate. I'm actually going to smoke up. So I'm getting pretty low on health. Am I... Oh, god damn it. Okay, there's something over there.
Ship is on fire.
Good to know. Don't know what it could be, but it has torpedoes. Unless that was the carrier? That could have been the carrier. I'd love to stay in my smoke, but I don't think I can afford to. I cannot beat that Podvosky in a gunfight right now. That is my main worry. It's engine boost, so I slow down faster. Did not lead that enough. Okay, Massa, that's like your dream right there. It's every battleship's dream to catch a Ismail broadside, to be fair. There's the Jaguar. Kinda wishing I had the 10-5s right about now. Okay, I should just see about going dark. That's what I need to be doing right now. There we go. So I do have a little bit of wiggle room. To do that. Those probably won't connect, but they might. Nah, those definitely aren't going to make it. They're not particularly fast torpedoes. Okay. My last smoke. Oh, that's not good. What killed you, buddy?
Smoke generator
Crap. Okay. There's him dealt with.
Enemy destroyer.
The Podvosky's really the last big threat. There it is. Okay. Crap! Should not have done that. I thought I was... Yeah. My B. That was my B. I'm not joining the clan. People gotta figure that one out. How do you get me into a clan? It's not a hard puzzle to work out. Yeah, that was a loss. Boo. Yeah, Sims is a hard destroyer to use. It mostly just comes down to that concealment, man. Like, most tier 7s are pretty hard to use just due to their concealment. Yeah, let's dig Tennessee out. I'll throw one of my remaining blue boosters on here. Tennessee does pretty alright in ASIMs, so... Because, like, yeah, there's only 9 people within my range right now, but you've got to also keep in mind there is a lot of people in battle right now, because it only needs 5 to actually make a match. So people don't tend to actually be in this queue for very long. Much like with co-op. Though co-op, you can generally tell there's not that many people playing it at most times of the day because you'll have teams full of bots. But that's also because co-op only lets you wait 30 seconds before throwing you into a game. Okay, the destroyer is going to be on the other side. I'm just going to load the AP. And Ismo. Do like Ismo. Most people don't. But I do.
All forces, capture that area.
Why? What is it with you EU players and being obsessed with the letter B? I don't understand. I don't understand it at all.
Awaiting instructions.
I guess when learning their ABCs, they just skipped over the A part, and they don't like the C part. So they're just going B. I mean, I'm quite the A man myself, so I mean, I'm going for A. It's what I do. The best part about making jokes like that in relation to this game is there are some map layouts where the cap circles are quite literally a cock and balls. They just are. As the shape they make. And I don't think Wargaming's thought that one through. Or maybe they did. I don't know. But, like, quite literally, like, you'll get a cap, like, here, here, and then these ones. And it's like, yeah, that's just... And yep, destroyers at sea. It's a Hatsuharu.
Enemy force detected.
Well, I can probably get shots off at the Gneiza now.
Enemy cruiser detected.
So I shall. And bonk. Helena. Or Helena. I'm never sure which it is. Given it's an American cruiser, I can't be blamed for not knowing how to pronounce it, because apparently they don't pronounce words the way they spell them. I will probably always be annoyed by Worcester. It's spelled Worcester. Why would you call it Worcester? I don't get it. I'm not supposed to get it. Ow, that's a sign up. That's a lot of overpens. Oh, and the Gnai's now shooting at me now, too. Because it can't see the Ezimo. Ezimo, please. You need to not be behind a rock. That would be helpful to everybody. Also, if you had come over here to this flank, that would also have been helpful, but not to everybody. That would have just been specifically helpful to me. That way I wouldn't be dealing with a sign-op alone. Really want to deal with that Helena. Okay. I'm going to try to get more bow in. I still have a lot of superstructure for him to hit, but I should be taking quite the reduced amount of damage now. Okay. The fact that the bots more or less know how to play sign-op is amusing to me. Because basically what that bot is doing is how you play sign-op. You angle to the target and then reverse as they approach you. Like, that sign-op also has better guns than I do. And in a lot of ways, better armor. Okay, knocked out, I believe, that quad turret in the back. That's the Zara. That was too many shells to be the Gnai's now. Could have been the sign-op. Where'd the Ezimo go? How do you... Huh? I'm just casually sitting here tanking a King George sign-op with a Zara shooting in at me. And that Ezimo somehow died to what even was in there. It's one of their dead cruisers. I mean, those cruisers do have torpedoes, but that looks too far away and kind of too islandy between them to be torpedo death. What happened? Detonations aren't a thing anymore. I'm so confused. I'm also almost through all of my heals. Ow. Yeah, gave a little too much cheek. Ow. Okay, that carrier is coming this way. Just gonna preemptively do that. I need to put that out. I'm out of healing. Hi, King George. How's it going, buddy? I can hurt you. Auckland, please. Why are you way back there? I say I can hurt him as if I can overmatch him. I don't think I can. I need 380s to overmatch him. Tanked a lot of damage. Man, do I wish I would have had any support over here. I'm dead. Nope, not quite yet. Now I'm dead. Man. How hard is it to grasp the idea that you play the flank you spawn on? I'm pretty sure. I need to check. Yeah, the person that wanted to capture B is the dead cruiser. The Ismo that decided to go along with his plan is also dead. Like, the Sheen part just cleaned up. But even it's dying because it doesn't really have any support because the Auckland has put itself way out of the fight. Sadness. Just trying to make silver, man. And there's no one playing randoms, so I can't do it in randoms. And ranked is closed. Brawls are closed. Operations don't pay what they used to. Kind of miss those days of the 2+ million silver games of Narai that were basically guaranteed wins. That was good. That was good silver generation. But yeah, I showed too much cheek to the sign-up. It was shooting me right here. Like, this armor scheme is great on paper. And if you're directly bow in, it's not terrible. As long as they don't overmatch 32. If you start to show side, it becomes pretty bad. Because you're basically giving them flatter angles to shoot you in. A lot sooner. Because, like, even at this angle, this is kind of flat. Your superstructure is also pretty big. Kiting away, you're giving flat sides. This is not a well-armored ship. Like... You know what? Screw it. Let's dig out Leon. Let's work on Leon a little bit. Yeah, I got 24 of these. Let's get some experience on Jean-Jacques Horner. Or Horn. Horner? Honore? Jean. Which, again, anyone that does play this game and wants to go down the French line, I would highly recommend you pick up one of the special French commanders. Maybe not the legendary one. I'm still kind of mixed on him. He's good for their destroyers. If you want to go destroyers, he's pretty good. Everyone else, I almost feel like the special commanders are more than good enough because of their boosted adrenaline rush. Being able to have basically the full effect of adrenaline rush at half health is really nice. There's a test mode coming that's going to basically have players starting in ships at half health with built-in adrenaline rush that you can stack adrenaline rush on top of. One of them is French. That thing is going to be downright silly. But one of them is a Toulon, which is a French battle cruiser. Man, that took so much longer. Maybe I'm scaring people away. My North Americanness is making the rest of the Europeans want to leave. Oh boy, this map again. I do really wish they would put more maps into this mode. Like, this is kind of the problem with any extra mode Wargaming does. They'll add them in, and players will love them. And then players will be like, alright, so when we get new maps for that mode, it's like, how about we just do the mode again? You liked the mode, here's the mode again. It's like, okay, but new maps? New maps to play on in that mode? It's like, okay, but how about just the mode again? It's like, yeah, but more maps. Like, and every time they run an event like this, it always gets fewer and fewer players. Because, well, once you've played on, what map is this? New Dawn, for like the 80th time, you get kind of sick of it. Like, you know how to play it. Like, you defend the cap, kill the bots as they come to you, and then rinse, repeat. This is what you do every time. Especially when you get New Dawn Standard Battle. Like, oh boy, the Ipiranga and Mogami don't understand how to play this one. Good. Sharn, it's just gonna be us. I do want to see if I can see... Is that a 155 Mogami or 203 Mogami? I can't tell because of the fog, but those almost look like 203s. So, in other words, that's a Mogami that doesn't understand what it's doing in general. So, the Ipiranga doesn't have an excuse. Well, it does. Everyone could rather easily get Ipiranga, so... That right there is an excuse to not know what you're doing. Okay, am spotted. The Sharn should, in theory, be next. And where he is closer to most of the enemies, I hope he's the one taking the fire. That is my hope.
Enemy force detected. Enemy cruiser sighted.
Yep, there's the Leon I know and hate. Mildly in the ship's defense, I don't think I led that quite enough, but there's the Leon I know and hate. If any of y'all remember my first games in this thing on this account, you'll know that she was attempting to lure me into thinking she's better. Okay, I am done shooting at the Vostros. Especially where that thing's right there. That's Italian. I'm in danger. Okay, let's see about getting an AP salvo off at the Pensa. And get the HE loaded. See, like, she'll do stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's not as bad as I remember. But no, she is as bad as I remember. Okay, there's the destroyer. It's turned completely around. Really wishing I had the AP loaded right about now. Stuff like that, where it's like, oh man, 7 hits. And probably more hits were there, it's just it died after 7. But like, no, I refuse to be lulled. Ow. Man, I really wish I had the Lug's heal. The Lugdunum's heal. it would have been back already. What turret was that one? Oh, that's my front gun. Good. Don't ask me why I had to check that when it literally says 1. I'm not very smart. Well, there's the Italian again. There's probably torpedoes on the way for me then. They're not terribly fast, though. How? Yeah, there's the torpedoes. Bugger. I am so dead. I'm not gonna get back to my heal in time. Especially where those are some fast draws torpedoes coming for me.
Ship is on fire.
Sharn, why are you firing high explosive? I am so dead. Yep. Sharn, load your AP for the love of God. Well, I soaked up damage. I'm actually kind of surprised the Ipiranga survived. The thing with Scharnhorst, and why I say for the love of God load your AP, it's German ship, so it has German high explosive, which means it pens more than standard high explosive would. It has quarter caliber penetration. The drawback to this is it has reduced damage. So we'll use Charm 43 here as the example case because they deal the same damage. You are 3,200 raw damage. You deal a third of that for a pen. So in other words, you're dealing 3,000. You're dealing 1,000 damage. A pen off of the AP is going to be around 2,500. And an overpen is going to be 760. So not a huge amount less than your HE pens. There's no reason to ever load the HE. Like, on average, your AP salvos will always deal more damage. Even against destroyers. Namely, at that point, it's just down to damage saturation. Like, this... I don't like this thing. I don't like it at all. Let's grab Lugnut. I want to work on ships, but I want silver because I'm basically at Hawk. And I want Hawk. Or Rook. Hawk's the next one. Either way, they're both nice. You go up to three triple barrel guns. This is pretty nice. You basically have Monarch's guns on a tier 7. It's pretty good. Your armor is kind of terrible, but even still, it's not bad. Namely just down to you have a below water citadel, basically. Or at least water line. And you do have a teeny bit of, like, belt armor to make use of. Decent enough upper belt. It's not going to stop a 380, but your armor belt will. But I just don't have the silver. Almost there, though. Yeah, I put a commander onto Gallant. Let's take Gallant out. I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to hop back to randoms. And I'm going to throw a blue booster on. I don't have many blue boosters left, but... I don't think I've really played Gallant since I did the video of a Gallant effort, where I basically played a battle and almost managed to carry the game with no equipment on. I forget to put equipment on ships more often than I'd like to admit. Like, it happens a lot. Waiting on the random queue. And also hoping that it doesn't kind of screw over a team again. Like, for those who may not know how the matchmaker in this game works, it is random. It randomly grabs players from within basically the matchmaking spread, but it has some rules to its randomness. It has soft rules and hard rules. A hard rule, as an example, is, say, a tier 6 ship cannot naturally encounter a tier 9 ship. You have to do special things to make that happen. Another example of a hard rule is there cannot be more than 2 aircraft carriers on a team. It will never break that rule. There could be 60 aircraft carriers in queue for an hour, and it will not break that rule. But there are also soft rules. Like, it will match ships between teams. That's a soft rule. So, basically, what that means is that, as you have seen tonight, there can be instances where there is 4 destroyers on one team, 3 on the other. I've seen instances where, because of a division, there were 5 destroyers on one team, 3 on the other. Because it put the division on one team and counted it as 1 destroyer for the matchmaking purposes, and that ended exactly the way you think it would. Oh boy, really small game, a lot of destroyers. Yay. And submarines. A lot of destroyers, but it's a lot of submarines, really. That submarine is so screwed, though. He can only mainly torpedo battleships and cruisers. He has 2 things to torpedo. I mean, they have acoustically guided torpedoes too, but those don't really deal damage. Though, to be fair, 3 of them still kills me, so... This is going to be a waste of a blue booster. Can tell you that one already. I'm not sure I want to be over here with you, little U-69. Are you even there? Yes, you are. Okay. Because here's the thing. I win the gunfight against the Gaeta. We have a very similar reload and my high explosive hits harder. I don't win the gunfight against a Gaeta with a U-69 spotting for it. Because then the Gaeta can just smoke up and I can't even rush their smoke because he has hydro. Specifically a 4-kilometer hydro. If I get within 4 kilometers of him in his smoke, I'm basically going to be spotted, and his smoke fire is like 2.6. So that's a lot of distance to have to cover. Going to launch some zoning torps that way. Okay, it's an Anshan over here. Okay, Anshan has standard torpedoes. That's the premium. I'm doing what I can for the submarine, but I can't really do much. Don't come up to the surface. I'm working on it, my guy. Get stealth. That was supposed to launch both sets of torpedoes. And it sounded like it did. And if it had, I probably would have killed him, because that was the front set. Yeah, I'm working on it, my guy. Okay. That could have gone better. Please tell me you've got your damage control ready. No, he doesn't. I tried. I tried. Yeah, I was going to... Yeah, that's not doubly applying. So now the question is, where is the submarine that should have been over here? And is there anything between me and their cap circle? I'm not honestly sure there is. I almost feel like just for shits and giggles dropping some depth charges. My spidey senses are tingling. No. He's not still in spawn. Hmm. That destroyer hasn't been spotted yet either. Okay, well there's the Xinjiang. There's the Gata. So the U-69 can't be far. I'm just gonna go for the cap. I mean, we're down 2 ships, so... it makes sense. We're probably about to be down the Budyoni. The Gokaze is coming this way. These are 64s. I love how I identify torpedoes in so many different ways. People watching probably have no idea exactly what I'm talking about most of the time. Which is really funny. Basically, at that point, I'm gauging, will he very likely be within range when the torpedoes reach where I think he'll be when they reach there. Their submarines are having a bad day. Like that. Yeah, buddy, I'm totally on that side of the cap. Totally. I can't be in the south. Why would I be down there? Where could I be? I don't think he's going to detect this unless he has his hydro up. I feel like he has deduced that I am behind him. God, I love doing this to cruisers. There you go, buddy. I'm not in the cap anymore. So where am I? This is very much playing with fire right now, but He turned to... Good job, little buddy. But hey, I'm back in the cap, so... Was it me, or is it the submarine? I don't know if the submarine's been spotted for a while, but, you know. Sad thing is, I'm not getting any spotting damage, even though I was the one spotting him forever, because the Bud Yoni can see him now. And the Ismail can see him, and the Cachalot can probably see him. So I don't get any spotting damage. Let's go... about there. Come on, Ismail. Please don't let me down, buddy. Though, where I'm pretty sure I am not the one spotting him. Let's get some more gunfighting going on. Now I'm gonna vacate my smoke just in case there's torpedoes on the way. Fairly positive there won't be, but there might be, so I don't want to risk it. I will not risk it, because there is no chocolate biscuit for that. Okay. Corpse away. Aw, why would you turn like that? You should turn the other way. You know, put yourself against the island. That's no fun. Sheesh. These battleship players not wanting to have fun. I mean, he is putting himself broadside to an Ismail as well. All to fire his rear guns, basically. Yeah, I'm not in that corner anymore.
Battle ends in 5 minutes. Engine boost deactivated.
Frisk, why are you around my feet? There's no need for you to be around my feet. There isn't. Yeah, I suppose I got 500,000 silver out of that, but that was still kind of a waste of the blue booster. Sadness. Does give us the raw silver to buy, Rook. Just something. I love this stuff. It is a 120 millimeter by 45 QF Mark 9 on a CP 14 17 18 mount. But why? What makes these a CP 14, 17, 18 mount? Like what determines that? And why is there so many Roman numbers? This doesn't make sense. But that's just what you get with British stuff. I've probably got some things I can sell, right? Or at the very least, I can get the silver while playing. I've got nothing I can sell. I mean, I've got some camos, but... I miss when you got camos all the time. They were such easy things to come in and sell. I'll just play Renown another battle or two. Get the XP I need. I'll just do asymmetrics because... yeah. Though I need some coffee really quick, so I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Let's have some battles of some renown. Oh boy, New Dawn. I mean, at least it's a domination battle, but it's still New Dawn. This is just like the tier 6-7 map. And the, I forget the name of the other one, but the one with the split spawns. String of islands in the middle. Absolutely sucks for cruisers. But don't tell Wargaming that one, because, like, they don't like it when you point out how bad a map is for cruisers. You do that and then they nerf the cruiser. Okay.
Awaiting instructions.
It's a Dutchie with me. Somebody wants to be sure they get the into the Dutch light cruisers one way or another. Either that or they don't want the Dutch light cruisers, they want the heavy cruisers, and that's the way to ensure you get into the heavy cruisers. It's by playing through the light cruisers. That Langley's planes enter his AA, they're just gonna... Yeah. They're just gonna start to melt. I think he's A-Hull. Those all should have died. I can't check. Those all should have died easily to his AA once they reached it. He may not have focused his AA either, I suppose. Because that is part of it. You need to be focusing your AA if you want your AA to be effective. Like...
Enemy force detected.
That is something people seem to be missing a lot of the time. Is like... You need to actively be taking a role in making your AA better for it to be better. One pen. I should be using this. Keep forgetting I have defensive fire. Don't worry, little AA cruiser, I will protect you. Oof. Just kind of hoping that would KO him. Little Dutchie, could you load AP, please? That would absolutely wreck that light cruiser.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Okay, that's British, I think. No, that's British. Or is Dane British? I don't remember. No, that's definitely a British flag. I missed. Will I hit this time? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can just torpedo down the Dante. Because in theory I can. I do have enough torpedo power to take down the Dante. I definitely do now. So trying to stay angled. I cannot afford to stay angled because torpedoes.
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes, dead ahead. Engine boost deactivated. Torpedoes to starboard.
Nah, that was missed. That didn't. Frisk, stop. I am aware you were put to bed and you're not happy about it. That does not mean you need to try to chew on cords on the back of my computer. It doesn't. Why are you being bad? It's no excuse. Cords are indeed not tasty spaghetti. You should know this by now. Given you have tasted, I think, every cord I own. Boo. Overmatch failed me. Just keeping an eye on her because I don't want her to actually, like, launch into a cord on the back of my computer. Okay, she's climbing into her little bed. Or at least thinking about it. Okay, that thing has 12-kilometer torps, but they're very slow. And I feel like they've probably been launched at the Duchy. Emil has 6s that are pretty fast. Nope, there's the Italian torpedoes. They were indeed launched at me. Well, I caught it with one. Yeah, that did about as much damage as I thought it would. I am well within Emil torpedo fire arcs. Need to be aware of that.
Ship is on fire.
I'm just hoping the Duchy can finish off the Emil. I'm gonna eat one. Put out the fire anyway.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay. Oh.
Engine boost deactivated.
It must have hit an island.
Enemy severely damaged.
There's a citadel. I was wondering when I would find one. Ooh. Okay.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Problem solved, sir.
Thankfully, that thing only has 2 torpedoes per side. And dual launch torpedoes have weird angles to them. Like, they spread in the weirdest of ways.
Crews are on full alert.
Oh boy. British battlecruiser versus German battleship. It's the Battle of Jutland. That means I technically lose. But I do not.
Destroyed an enemy battleship.
I mean, I am burning. And it is my bridge on fire. So, you know. The command of the crew is, not having a good day. Command staff.
Problem solved, sir.
Hey, they hit some flak. Do not know where that Langley is going with those planes. But he's going somewhere with them.
In sight.
Okay, Langley's down there. There it is. I really should have the HE loaded for this. It doesn't matter. Battle's won. 2 overpens. Langley does not have armor. It's just about as far as that one goes. I forgot I still had the XP boosters on. Well, I definitely have the XP now. Should have probably taken that off. I don't need that at all anymore. I can definitely research. I can research, I can buy, I cannot equip. So, I'm not gonna buy it yet just to play it safe. You don't want to run out of silver. Screw it, I'll play Azuma. I'll do an Azuma asymmetric. Or do I do an Azuma random? Azuma random would get me more silver. That's what I'm thinking. But no, I'll just get 4 battles worth of asymmetric out of the way, basically. Fault line. Okay. Let's see, where do I want to go? It's Namagi and the Los Andes that way, and Ibuki and Nebraska that way, but there's also those giant islands in the way over there. So I think I want to just try to stay kind of central, but I'll move to be in a position to support the Nebraska and Ibuki. Because the Los Andes should not need support, period. Quite honestly, that ship does not need any of us. No secondary ship does in this mode. Played correctly, anyway. this map works amazingly well for it, because there's so many islands he can use to limit the number of ships that can see him. It's rather nice. Okay, the Amagi's also going central. The Independence wants me. Okay. Not sure that's the best plan, but... Not sure that's the best plan, but, you know.
Enemy force detected.
Should be detecting some of them soon. Yeah, I would throw those around, but there's no real point. I mean, I could launch my spider. My spotter. There we go, there's one. Uganda. Sorry, my fellow Canadians. Oh, it actually... I missed.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Man, it is, like, not moving. That is the problem. I'm expecting it to be, you know, moving. And it is, but it's moving at, like, half speed. Meaning it's effectively not moving, but it's moving just fast enough to not be able to use its smoke screen. Same with the Hobart. Ow. Man, I should just load the high explosive. I don't overmatch them, and they are refusing to turn broadside to me. And, you know, the Amagi is hiding, which is not very helpful. And now they've gotten close enough, they're smoking each other. That's not good for my health any. The Ibuki's dead. That's not really a shock to anybody, though. Now I get a broadside. I want to shoot the Uganda first, because it is higher tier. That's more like it. Gotta love that Japanese circular dispersion pattern. Also gotta love how I'm pretty sure even Heinrich has guns big enough to overmatch my bow and upper belt. Synop for sure does. Yep. That was 8k damage into my angled belt armor.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
And the Los Andes died. How? The Nebraska is still alive. Like, come on. It's a Nebraska. The Amagi is also still just running away and dying because it's not in effective gun range. Let's see if I can get a fire lit on the Heinrich. Yep, there's a fire. It'll let that burn. And like the thing is, I'm just gonna use this heal anyway. I know I'm not getting full value out of it, but at least I'm pretty sure I'm not. I just want the health. Ow. Well, that might have gotten me full value out of the heal. Yeah, I am out of healable health. You just gotta love Overmatch, don't ya? It's so great. Amagi. What are you planning on accomplishing from back there? No, I mean, if I'd actually asked that and his answer was nothing, then props to him. He's at least self-aware. But again, the Nebraska is still alive and well. The Los Andes is dead. Like, but these Pan American battleships are going to destroy the game. They're too overpowered. So I know the response to that would be, well, Nebraska's a hybrid and they're worse, but everyone was also convinced that the American hybrid battleships were going to completely destroy the meta and it would be the worst thing that ever happened. And I don't think they've done much of anything competitively, like, in the way of, like, I don't think they've made the meta shift at all. Because why would they? You're a Montana with dive bombers. Sure. That's not as big of an advantage as you might think, given you're a Montana with effectively half of Montana's effective guns. You technically only have 2 less guns in total, but that rear quad turret on Louisiana is never to be used. You don't use it. Using that thing just leads to you dying. Or I suppose the best way to put it is you never intentionally use it. There will be situations where you have to use that rear quad because some enemy has kited around behind you or something. But you never plan on using it. Ow. I'm dead. Can I get a fire? I got fire on one of them.
Direct front.
Yep. So close to living. Should be a decent payout at least. But like, props to this Nebraska. Like, he did it. He bow tanked and survived. Now, I'm unsure why he bothered launching his fighter, but he probably just launched it because he had it, to be fair. I heard some wildlife. Where'd the wildlife go? Is it only up here? I hear it. It's only in my right ear. Now I've lost it again. I think they both missed the Independence. I think they both underestimated how slow this thing is. It's not fast at all. Like, this, it's cranking top speed right now. Like... But then, you know, carriers are overpowered because he didn't just explode from being shot. I will always poke fun at people who want carriers heavily nerfed. Especially just from the standpoint of a lot of those players don't play carriers and never have and don't want to. They just want carriers nerfed because they don't understand how to play them, so they don't understand how to play against them. And then they get salty because they don't understand, and that's somehow the carrier being overpowered. I don't get it, but that's the logic. I should have stayed in that battle because I'm waiting to see if I get enough silver. Okay, yeah, that's a good amount of silver. I don't think that's enough. I'd have to unequip Renown. I probably have some other ship I can de-equip things, like sell things off of. Because I don't need this 4th slot. This is the important one. This one's also kind of important. Okay, I can afford to put all those on here. Assign commander from Renown. Moving on up. Now let's just put this commander on here. Because I do like Renown, so... I'll take concealment. I had concealment before, so... Though, not gonna lie, I am kind of tempted to just do this. Because this is funny. There we go. Our first triple-gunned battleship. We've had quad-gunned, but not triple-gunned. That's just funny. We went straight from double to quads. Though technically these are still doubles, but... In-game, they're quads. Because technically they are quads, but it's complicated. And right there are the torpedo launchers. They got little doors. Do I take Brook into No, I just take it into asymmetrics. So do I take it into randoms? But no, there's no one playing. That's the problem. That's why I'm not doing randoms. I almost, like... I didn't think that the server would be this empty at this time of day. That's honestly leading me to be like, man, I kind of want to just put this series kind of on hold or the back burner or just drop it entirely because, like, it does get views. Like, don't get me wrong. People like watching this, apparently. But once asymmetrics are gone, what am I going to do? Like, and I'm pretty sure they're going away very soon. Because, like, there's nobody on the EU server at this time of day. At all. And you might be like, oh, we'll just stream earlier. It's like, well, that'd be great. Except, like, I tend to get up around, like, 6 or so my time. This starts at 10. I don't think in those 4 hours there's going to be that many more players. And I'd still have that same problem even if I streamed from the moment I wake up. I could stream later, but I don't know how the viewership on that would go. I know I'm pretty sure almost none of my regular viewers would be able to watch because I'd be streaming so late. It's, yeah. So these are some pretty nice torpedo angles. It's only 2 torpedoes per side, though, which is sad. But they are 1,500 damage, so... It's basically roughly about 3 torpedoes worth from, Renown in 2 torpedoes. Speed! C-31, I have no idea where you're going, but have fun. Have fun, little Zed. Try not to explode too badly. Because I sure ain't going with you. Got a Graf Spee, a Pensa, and a Gneisenau. Fun fact, that Graf Spee has basically the guns that Gneisenau should have, and Scharnhorst should actually be the ship to have Gneisenau's guns. Because Scharnhorst was the one that actually got refit to have the 380s. Gneisenau never got that refit. It was damaged too heavily, and basically the refit just never happened. Its 380s were used as just emplaced turrets. These are also 8-kilometer torpedoes. I gotta remember that. I can launch them from much further away. Hey, Spee. Cue all the various Germa lines of him calling spies Spees. Sometimes I wish I was as funny as Germa is. I think everybody does that, though. He's a funny guy. I should probably get the high explosive loaded, but I'm trusting in the secondaries of the Gneisenau and the Pensa. I probably shouldn't, but that is what I am doing. I'm also trusting in my maneuverability. I think I accelerated a little too much. Nope. Gods, I wish this was short fuse AP. I missed. Wouldn't have mattered. That is something you'll almost never hear a Battleship player say, but they really should say it more, because that would give them a lot of what they want. Ow, what is that? It's not a destroyer. Ah, it's a La Argentina. Thanks, little buddy. Why do you have HE loaded? Not only do you have battleship caliber guns, Grafspee, but you have battleship caliber guns that overmatch all of these cruisers. It's one of the reasons Spee got removed from sale, other than Wargaming gave it to literally everybody, and then complained when everybody was playing it. Because that's one of their deciding factors for removing a ship from sale, is how popular it is. They deemed that Grafspee was too popular. There's too many people playing it. Like, within the month of having given it to everybody. It's like, well, you just literally gave a really fun cruiser to every player. Like, yeah, no crap, people are playing it. Oh, that's a bummer. Ow. That's even more of a bummer. I cannot afford to let two fires burn.
Problem solved, sir.
Man, New York, can you please shoot at the Gneisenau now? I get it's angled to you, but please. Yeah, buddy, I am working on that. I'm dead. If this was short fuse AP, that Carl sure would be dead. Yeah, there's nothing I can do there.
That was a great battle.
I needed that New York dead. Or shooting somebody else. Ugh. Yeah, we may as well just take this one in again. I don't know what happened to the team. Like... would have been really nice to have had a destroyer. That would have been really nice. Have a destroyer that could come help, torpedo things, spot things. Would have been nice. But somebody was a little too caught up on thinking he was a cruiser. Oh boy, New Dawn again. Yeah, I think this stream's only gonna be 3 hours. I am sick of this map. I could do operations, but like, I've played the crap out of those too. This may end up being the final battle of this stream. Because, like, Jesus.
Action stations.
Okay. I'm going to try and put myself into a decent position. It's a Cochrane and a Novarisk. So, Julio Cesare and a Cochrane. It's not quite Julio Cesare. It is Julio Cesare, less accurate, a tier higher. But it doesn't really matter. It has Russian dispersion. At close range, it's more accurate. Namely in the vertical sense, but that's what kind of matters at close range.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Okay, Ryujo, where are you going? I appreciate you're moving forward, but why? We have not secured anything yet. It does look like he's heading for, like, right here, which isn't a bad spot to be. Especially where there is no enemy aircraft carrier, but it's still not exactly a safe place for him to be. God, I love battlecruiser dispersion.
Ship is on fire.
And then battlecruiser dispersion trolls me, but still love battlecruiser dispersion. Ow. Blah. Okay, not angled enough for the Veliki. That's fun. I'm gonna wait for all of my guns. That was supposed to launch both of those, but it didn't. Okay. Just about to where I want to be. There's Omaha being made of explodium.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
If both of those torpedoes had launched when I wanted them to, the Kotoski would be dead. It might still be dead to the Ryujo. The Nagato is trying to go to Ocean.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Engine boost deactivated.
The Novorosk is turning around because the Cochrane is dead. I may not be too much more longed for this world.
Ship is on fire.
Boo. Is that Wyoming's about to put some hurt in on me? How have I not citadeled that Königsberg yet? Hoping that little bit of movement might have thrown off their aim a little bit. Looks like it did. Looks like I'm going to get to my next heal.
The ship is on fire.
I'm not going to live the next salvos, but I'm going to get to my heal. There's the Citadel. Man, if the other battleships on this team had been helping... Like, Nagato, you are not a cruiser. Get out from behind the islands. Use your armor. Oh, you moron. You were 6 kilometers from the cruiser and didn't change your course or speed. Good. And that's just going to reinforce in his head that, oh no, I need to stay far away from the enemy team. Because, you know, it can't be he messed up. Now you're literally just giving those battleships broadside. And he's dead. Or not quite. Next salvo. Next salvo will get him. We may as well watch this one out, because yeah, this will probably be the last one for the night. That was only a single turret. Can't call that a salvo. That's a salvo, though. And he somehow lived. This lucky little shit. Will he get to a heal? Because the Wyoming does not appear to be paying attention to him. It is now. Maybe. No. No, it's not. The Wyoming has a couple broken turrets. Okay. Okay, he's dead now. The Delhi finished him off.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
You're the last one alive, other than the carrier, who's already doing that. So... yeah, it looks like the Ryujo is going to get the drop on the Iron Duke. Only one torpedo, though. And did not cause a flood. Yeah, I'm going to put the blame for this one firmly in the Cochrane and Nagato's hands. Because, like, this Novorusk is trying, though he really should have come straight to the cap. He shouldn't have followed the Cochrane. Just let it die. Like... The Ryujo can probably hold this out. As long as it's careful and doesn't lose all of its remaining planes. It can probably right here finish off the Kaiser. Though these AP bombs can be very trolly. Like that. Aircraft carriers are so easy to get tilted while playing just because of crap like that. Like, you want to complain about battleship dispersion being trolly. Try having that same dispersion on planes. And being able to visibly see that, like, most of that ship that you're dropping on is in the circle, and yet it somehow misses. But yeah, I don't think it's just exactly worth sitting and watching. It's just going to be the carrier striking them over and over again until it's over. So yeah, we're not going to get to see if that was a win or a loss. But hey, we made a bit of silver. Our commander's level 12. Doesn't matter. It's not until 13 we can take any skills that we want. But we want to wait till 14 to get this, then this, then this. So you could also make the argument for going that way. And I might go that way. You definitely want emergency repair expert first, though. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. It's been about 3 hours. I really need to find a better time or way of streaming this series because, like, again, there is nobody on this server. It's 2,400 people. Can't really play randoms, so... yeah. Kind of sucks, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's gonna be it for this one. I do thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I shall see you back here in the next one for more streaming, which will happen on Thursday. I do a daily video series on Animal Crossing New Horizons on my YouTube. If you're already on YouTube, hey, you're there! If you're on Twitch, there's a button in the info. Wherever that is on mobile, I don't know. On desktop, you just scroll down. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm currently doing a series on Katamari Damacy Reroll. That series is actually coming close to its end, so probably only another, maybe 4 videos? Maybe 5? I don't know yet. Don't know what I'll do after that series is finished, but I do a second video on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Streaming is every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday is my day off. So... except from Animal Crossing. That's every day. But that game's easy, and I like recording it. So, yeah. Hopefully I see some of y'all and something else I do. See you then.